Okay, back again. Now we need to figure out how much water we actually consume. So you've already done your other activities, and we're going to figure out what we actually take into our bodies. So let's go ahead and get started. I am not going to appear on screen because there's going to be a lot of information that comes up and other images, and I don't want to take away from that. Before we get started, though, you will need your notebook, you'll need a pencil, and you may want a calculator handy because we're going to do some math in this activity. Some of you may find this math to be challenging, but please do not get worried about that because it's just so you can understand how these calculations are made. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to have you make some estimations in your notebook, and the questions are going to appear on the screen. I want you to think about how long can humans live without water? So write a number down. How long can we live without water? And then think about how much of the human body is made of water. And then the last question is, how much water should humans drink every day? So think again for a second, and if you need a little more time, ask the teacher to pause the video. Okay, so let's go ahead and check what we need to know. So we can live a pretty long time without food. We can actually go longer than 30 days without food, but we can only survive 4 to 7 days without water. And if you think about that, water is that important because without water, your brain has trouble thinking, you can get dehydrated, your organs need water in order to work properly. So it's not healthy and it's not safe to go without water. So you only 4 to 7 days, and that's why I put that in red. How much of the human body is made of water? This might surprise you. 60% of the human body is made of water. So if you think about that, if you were to stand on the floor with your feet on the floor and just stand straight up, the water level in your body, you think about 50% is halfway, so 60% is almost to where your arms are going to attach to your body. How much water do humans drink, or should humans drink every day? This is where it gets a little crazy, but in reality, we need 6 to 8 glasses of water every day. And we're going to talk about that again in just a second. So now, how much water should kids drink? And this is going to depend on many things. There's 4 main factors that are going to change this around for each person. So your age, of course, is going to factor in. As you get older, you need more water. Just to give you an idea, if boys and girls that are 4 to 8 years old need to drink about 5 250 milliliter glasses of water every day. If you are about 9 to 13 years old, you're going to need about 7 to 8 250 milliliter glasses of water every day. And then if you're 14 to 18 years old, you're going to need about 8 to 11 250 milliliter glasses of water each day. Your height and weight also factor into this. If you are heavier or taller than maybe your average peer, you're going to need more water. And that's just because your body needs more to take in since your body frame is different. Activity level. If you do a lot of participation in sports and you are very, very active, you really need to drink more water because your body is using that water during activity, and you need to replace the water that your body loses. And then climate. If you live in a really dry climate, you need to drink more water than someone who lives in a very wet climate. To give you an idea, like in the United States, we have a state called Colorado, which is very dry. And those people that live in Colorado need more water. They should be drinking more water than people that live in Washington State, which is up in the northwestern part of our country, where they have a very wet climate. So the people in Washington don't need to drink as much water as the people in Colorado. So how can we get this water? Water is not only in bottles of water and coming out of the fountain machines. Water can be found other places. You can get water from fruits and vegetables and other foods. So I've listed 10 popular food items on the screen right now, and let's talk about those because there's a lot of water in all of these. So the first one we'll do is cucumber. You'll see it's 97% water. Tomato, 95% water. Apples are about 80% of water. Banana, 75% water. A slice of cheese pizza has about 47% water. Chicken nuggets, 47% water. A slice of bread, 37% water. French fries, these would be like the kind you get at McDonald's, 35% water. Buttered popcorn, 5% water. And potato chips, 1% water. So this is just to give you an idea that there is water in other foods. Now, if you think about it, fresh fruits and vegetables are always going to have more water in them than vegetables that you would get from other sources, like out of a bag, because those are they already have water in them because they are fresh from nature. So how many bottles of water are in your body? Now, we're going to get into some crazy math, so don't get alarmed if you don't understand it completely. It's not something to be upset about. We're just going to work through it. I want you to understand that there is actually a calculation on how to do this. So here we go. We're going to use Mike as an example. So let's say that a kid named Mike weighs 47 kilograms. 60% of his body, of the human body, is water. So if we take 41 and multiply it by 60%, that works out to 24.6 kilograms of water in Mike's body. So just so you know, 1 liter of water weighs 1 kilogram. So we take 24.6 kilograms and we divide it by 1 kilogram per liter. That equals 24.6 liters of water. There's 1,000 milliliters in a liter. So 24.6 liters times 1,000 milliliters per liter equal 24,600 milliliters. The typical disposable water bottle, the kind that you might buy in a store for personal use, holds about 500 milliliters of water. So 24,600 divided by 500 milliliters works out to about 49.2 bottles of water that are in Mike's body. Isn't that just crazy if you think about it? So let's go ahead and do a calculation for yourself. So I want you to think this through. And again, if you don't know your exact weight, that's fine. Let's have the teacher give you a number to work with just so you can do the calculation. I'm going to put everything up on the screen, and then you can work through the steps with the teacher. You'll notice that everything is coming up in order. So if you follow the steps, this will go ahead and tell you how many bottles of water are in your body. Take your time on this, do careful calculations, and again, if you don't completely understand the math, that is completely fine. It's just to give you an idea that there is actually a formula for calculating how much water is in your body. I will catch up with you later. Good luck with the rest of this activity. And we have lots of engineering to accomplish. I'll talk to you soon.